What is going on, guys? Quiver here, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to give you my take / a small little review on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, at least the beta I mean. So the game isn't fully released, and with that there's going to be a lot of change before the game actually released, and there were actually a few changes during the beta, which it kind of shows that they're actually developing the game based on the community for once, or at least for now that is. Maybe in the actual release they'll probably just yeah, microtransactions like they normally do. But yeah, I think this game has taken strides into making a good Call of Duty, or at least an amazing Call of Duty, I should say. Because I feel like even the bad Call of Duties were still Call of Duty, but that's no here nor there. But first, before I start on the little review bit, I'd like for you guys to please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video, and just check out the gameplay in the background. I'm not a pro by any means, I'm not scum, you know, I wasn't playing against the best people, but I dropped 48 kills in this game. I'm using the Spitfire, I'm doing pretty good. I kind of enjoyed playing. I don't really play Call of Duty too often anymore. But yeah, so yeah, let's get straight into the review. So I'm going to start off with the positives first, as I feel like starting on a negative note is going to give a negative taste in people's minds. But my initial reactions with the game was really good, so I'm going to start with the positives. So the first is the gunplay. The gunplay feels a lot like a classic Call of Duty. So, you know, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, you know, some of the best Call of Duties released, arguably. The gunplay was amazing, it felt real nice. The time to kill along with the gunplay I think really worked. So you had the time to kill. Most guns will kill in 1 or 2 headshots and then about 4 or 5 bodies. Obviously excluded snipers. Snipers are as snipers should be damage wise. And I feel like this is kind of fresh because obviously Black Ops 4 had a really high time to kill. Black Ops 3 again did. I didn't really play Infinite Warfare, so I can't give a take on that. But just having this fast-paced, you know, low time to kill gunplay is really good because it rewards accuracy, and I'm all for that. I played CS a lot, and I've played a lot of aim-intensive games, so being rewarded for accuracy is always a good thing. So moving on, I think the cross-platform / keyboard and mouse on consoles idea is amazing. Yeah, obviously Fortnite started off this trend. Call of Duty is carrying it on in their own way, and I think it's really good because I wanted to play Black Ops 4 with my friends because I moved over to PC along with Destiny 2. Well, actually a bit before that, but mainly for Destiny 2. And I really wanted to play with my friends when Black Ops 4 came out, but they all played console, and it was like, okay, now I've got to go buy the console version. So I actually did, but I didn't like it. But now being able to actually play cross-platform is amazing, and the fact that console players can use mouse and keyboard just gives them more options on how to play. And it's not unfair as well, the way they've done it is pretty good. You can always tell what people are using, so if they're using a controller, keyboard and mouse, what platform they're on, because it has a little logo next to the name. And speaking of innovative ideas within the UI, or within just the game in general, we're going to go on to the names. So now your COD account is actually linked to the game rather than your gamer tag. So say you've got a really shit gamer tag, like my old one was Gamering1289. I hate that gamer tag, and I changed it obviously to Quiver. But if I still had that gamer tag and I wasn't able to get Quiver way back in the day, then I would actually be able to just change my name within COD and actually just rock that name. I think more games should do this. I know Fortnite I think did it as well, but I think more games should head in this direction since it seems to be a trend, and I kind of like it. Another thing, COD always does this, but I think I should note it anyway. On PC the game looks beautiful, it looks amazing. Like I could sit there and just literally just look at the textures. It's such an amazing game, and for an esport game, that's kind of impressive since most esport games are very low spec, so more people can play them. But they're kind of keeping up this trend because a lot of the play base is casual, but they still have that esports trend. If you follow me, it was kind of a weird way of saying that. And the final positive I'm going to speak about is Ground War. Ground War looks so much fun. Oh, was so much fun in fact. You know, it reminded me a lot of the big maps on Battlefield. And it was just so much fun. You can play any style of gameplay you want. If you want to be a sniper, sit back. You may be annoying to people, but you can do it. If you want to be an SMG sort of running gun style player, then you can literally just run and gun onto the platforms and just carry on that way. And if you like vehicles, so if you're a big fan of like I don't know, World of Tanks or something like that, you can go and hop in a tank as well. Just the variety that the game mode adds is just amazing. I actually really liked it. I kind of liked how they remastered the idea of Ground War, since before it was just 8v8 on the same maps. They have dedicated maps and vehicles, and it's actually amazing. So yeah, I cannot stress enough just how much fun Ground War is. If you're a big fan of Battlefield and you don't like Battlefield 5, then maybe COD Modern Warfare is the game for you, just to fill in that gap until the next Battlefield gets released. I don't know. That's so now we're going to move on to negatives. Obviously, the game is going to have bad points. It's going to have problems. It was a beta, but I feel like a lot of these can be rectified, and I think a few can't be rectified. So the first one, I feel like it's a bit too late in development to rectify, is the map design. The maps just seem like chaos. It seems like there's a building planted over there, there's a lane there, but it's not really a lane because it leads to a dead end or it leads to another house. And I didn't like it. COD for a long time has used the 3-lane structure, and for what it's worth, I think that works for COD. Obviously, there's other style of competitive map design, such as the 4-box structure that CSGO uses, but I think the 3-lane design worked for COD, and I feel like they should have stuck to that more. Obviously, you can vary, but I feel like the maps at the moment, they just don't work. I feel like a lot of the time there was too many angles on me. So say I was taking B from a certain objective, there was way too many angles on me. I could be shot from behind or whatever, and there was nothing I could really do. I couldn't see anybody because the low time to kill. I couldn't see them in time before they killed me, and it doesn't have a lot of outplay potential with the way the maps are designed. But granted, the actual assets within the map, despite looking gritty and very dull, they were actually very nice. I didn't find myself getting caught on stupid corners like I do in a lot of games as often. And it was just, yeah, the map design sucked, but I think the assets in the maps are pretty good. They always had a theme. I just kind of mentioned it, but I'm going to carry on mentioning it, or not carry on mentioning it. I'm going to carry on with the motif of it, but the game is not vibrant. It's very dull. All the best Call of Duty maps have always been vibrant. You know, think of Raid, Plaza, Terminal. You know, all these maps are all very bright. Although they can still be serious, like Terminal doesn't look like it's over the top, doesn't look like you're in a fun park. It does look like a legitimate place you'd go. But the lighting and just the textures are very bright, and I feel like that makes the player experience a lot better. And especially because of the dull textures, I was actually finding sometimes some of the soldiers were blending in with textures, and I wasn't actually able to shoot them because I just generally didn't see them. That might just be me being blind. The gameplay is very slow as well, with the way they initially had the radar. Well, they didn't have a radar, and it just made the game very slow, painstakingly slow, not Call of Duty like. And I didn't enjoy that at all. They did kind of rectify it. They brought back the UAV, but they changed it in some ways. How exactly they changed it, I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention to that. But I feel like the game was a lot more slow paced. You know, you weren't rewarded for playing aggressive and actually having map knowledge, as it were, because you could literally just be gatted down by somebody who was just camping at the bottom of the map. The spawns are awful as well. The spawns are terrible. I was having it where my team were still in our half of the map, and we're just like taking, you know, just back from B if it was domination, and we're still having people spawning behind us. And I get if you're looking at a spawn point, then it can flip them, but I feel like we weren't even looking at a spawn point. We were literally just holding mid map, and it was just terrible. Like, I had literally people spawning while I was looking at them, and I've had me spawn while people are looking at me, and that shouldn't happen. Maybe in an FFA, because it's obviously a lot harder to rebalance FFA spawns just because of the way the nature of the map works. But it should not be happening to me in team deathmatch or domination. The map spawns should be a lot more sophisticated and shouldn't be so trigger happy with flipping spawns. My overall opinion of the game is that it was pretty good. It's taking strides to get back to that classic Call of Duty feel that I know a lot of people are craving, and it's doing it pretty well. But I feel like there's still a lot of work to do. I feel like if they resolved the issues that I mentioned prior, I feel like I would enjoy the game a lot more, and I would actually be able to sink time into it, because, you know, I miss being able to sink time into a Call of Duty game. I buy it annually, but I don't put that much time. I play it for a few days and then I'm like, ugh, it doesn't give me the same vibes. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and please comment actually if you disagree on anything that I said. In fact, if I said something was a negative and you think it was a positive, then just comment down below. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.